Be rich if I had $1 for every time someone asked me where this kiss scene was from. Our April BLs are here, and damn, we've got some variety, including a very, very strange one that's left everyone in a weird state. Let's get into all the April 2025 BLs, what they're about, and where to watch. Hey guys, I'm Blush, your local BL historian, meme curator, and part-time emotional support stan. Yeah, chaos happens over here, and of course, BL industry tea, new shows, actors, it all gets discussed here. So subscribe if that's what you're into. NordVPN is my favorite VPN. I've tried them all and always come back to this one. So when this happens, how dare they, first of all, I can just click and change my virtual location in a second. There is a deal and it'll be in the pinned comment. Business as Usual dives into ex-lovers reunited in the workplace, and it wastes no time leaning into tension. Kim Min-jun is 30, burnt out and quietly spiraling in the most relatable way. Day after day, it's the same dull routine: wake up, go to work, survive the 9-to-5, go home, repeat. He can't help but feel like life is passing him by, like he should have done more, been more, become someone by now, but instead everything feels stuck. And then, just when he's accepted that his life might always feel like this, someone from his past walks through the office door, his ex-boyfriend Han Jin-hwan. It's been 8 years since they broke up, 8 years without a word, and now Jin-hwan is suddenly his new co-worker, looking just as confident, charming, and effortlessly put together as ever, while Min-jun still feels like he's standing in the exact same spot he was when they ended. Min-jun tells himself it's fine, he's older now, wiser, this won't affect him, he can be professional, but Jin-hwan, he didn't come back just to be colleagues. This will run 7 episodes and you can catch it on Wiki. If you thought something wasn't right, well, you're right. Something Is Not Right dropped April 16th, and when has anything being not right in a K-drama ever meant peace? Never. The lighting is suspiciously moody, and the main characters, one has a rusting puppy face and the other has trauma written all over him. If you're familiar with the webtoon Who Can Define Popularity, well, this is a spin-off that focuses on the side characters, not to be confused with an adaptation of the main story. The main story was already adapted as the KBL we know as Blooming. Friends to lovers is one thing, but childhood friends to lover, the ones that know everything about each other, friends to lovers, is it just hits different, because like, damn, you know me like that and still can't help falling in love? Basically, they agree to date each other for a week to see how things will play out. I wonder how they'll play out. Sia is a university student, quietly chasing his dream of becoming a musician, drifting through life with more questions than direction. But everything shifts the moment he crosses paths with Blue, a former senior from his music club, who also happens to be very much dead. Yep, ghosted in the literal sense. Blue's return from the afterlife doesn't just rattle Sia's nerves, it stirs something deeper. A bond neither of them can explain begins to take root. When a mysterious pact ties their souls together, the veil between life and death starts to slip, and as Sia's world becomes entangled with Blue's unfinished business, one thing becomes clear. This isn't just a haunting, it's a connection that could rewrite both their fates, and there's no undoing it. This is very much giving He's Coming to Me, which is GMMTV's 2019 BL directed by Off. Ohm and Singto star in that one. Yes, if you never knew Ohm Singto was a thing, well, now you know. Because this was still GMMTV's early BL days, the series remains pretty underrated simply because many don't know about it. I think you can just find it on YouTube. Anyways, back to this new Thai ghost BL. I think this is the majority of the cast's first time acting, and it's said to have a total of 10 episodes. Also, this one's on View, a Hong Kong-based streaming platform that's been around since 2020. Now, the good thing about this platform is that it's free. The downside is that it's only available in these countries. However, if you have a VPN, you can switch your location to one of the countries that it's available in, and then switch your language to English, and you're good to go. I feel like I'm seeing more and more on View these days, so hopefully they'll try expanding into more regions soon. And I mean free, what the heck? Yo, this next one I think we collectively watched with a blank expression on our face, not knowing what to feel. I got a couple of comments from you guys to talk about it, so good thing it was making an appearance in this video anyways. This review from a few hours ago about sums it up. I don't know what to make of this first episode. It most certainly caught my attention. It certainly threw scenes at me that I was definitely not expecting or prepared for. It was a hot mess. Time will tell whether it will turn out to be the good kind of hot mess or the bad kind of hot mess that you just want to be as far away from as possible. I feel like this series might end up being one or the other with no in between. It's either going to be really good in a bad way or really bad in a bad way. Forget the episode. I didn't really know what to make of the trailer I watched a few months ago, but I am overall uncomfy at the moment. So the actual synopsis, in case you're wondering: June, a chaotic little menace of an intern with a PhD in button pushing, has made his life mission to annoy Sorn, a man who lives, breathes, and probably alphabetizes his spice rack by intensity level. Ever since June stepped into the office, it's been war. Swapping Sorn's toothpaste with salt, hiding his stuff, being generally unbearable. Sorn can't stand him. Truly, deep loathing. Borderline allergic. Now, I got this from MDL, who got it from my she, but I don't think this is an accurate synopsis. Anyway, everything from here on is pretty accurate. Anyways, one day, June walks in on Sorn in a situation, a very private, very hands-on kind of moment, even though he's out in the open. Anyway, and let's just say it changes everything. I mean, it's not the deepest plot line, and if you couldn't get through Unforgotten Night, you probably won't get through this one. Also, the main guy, Yoon, from that one is a supporting character in this one. I knew I got the same vibes right away for some reason. Anyways, it's on iShii. Yeah, I was surprised. I thought I'd find it on some sketchy back alley website with pixelated subs and 3 pop-up ads trying to sell me single uncles in my area. But no, the general census seems to be it's gonna be one of those it's so bad it's good. But hey, it's still early. I don't know, maybe a miracle will occur. We officially got to meet GMMTV's newest generation of BL boys, all working together in their own BL series, Boys in Love, that premiered April 20th. What on earth was April 20th? Like BL Blessing Day? Anyway, this is a softer, cuter one. We'll need some cushion between the crazy plot lines coming our way anyway, so perfect timing. Featuring multiple love stories set in one high school. So far, the craziest controversy has been the lack of school uniforms in the school and how it doesn't resemble reality. We're talking about BLs here. Reality and BL usually don't work in the same sentence too often. Anyway, the main plot lines follow 2 couples: studious honor student Shane, played by our little Medawan heir Mick, and carefree playboy Kit, played by Luke, who are forced together when Shane must tutor Kit, and hopeless romantic Kim, played by Chakan, who falls for Mon, played by Aston, the charming new transfer student. We've got more support roles played by Paul and Ken, formerly Kenji, but I think he changed his name to Ken. Sais and An also have roles, but something we've been waiting an eternity for is finally happening in this show. Papang and Pod, who will play the teachers, are finally going to have a romantic arc. Catch this one on YouTube and iShii. Like I said, if I had $1 for every time someone asked me what this kiss was from, I'd be rich. Yes, $1. Not a nickel or penny, because inflation. The Bangkok Boy is making us wait. This one won't be out until April 26th on Gaga Ulala, which was recently announced. At the center of the story is Sun, a young man consumed by grief and fury after the tragic death of his father, a man he believes was murdered in cold blood. Raised with loyalty, pride, and a strong sense of justice, Sun sets out on a path of vengeance, determined to uncover the truth and bring the person responsible to justice, no matter the cost. But fate has other plans. As part of his investigation, Sun crosses paths with Peach, a quiet, soft-spoken young man who lives a life worlds apart from Sun's. Peach is gentle, kind, steady in a way that unnerves Sun, and yet, despite every warning bell in Sun's head, he finds himself drawn in, not just by Peach's warmth, but by the rare sense of safety he feels when they're together. What Sun doesn't know, at least not at first, is that Peach is the son of the man he suspects murdered his father. As the truth slowly unravels, Sun is forced into an impossible choice: follow the plan he spent years building, or protect the one person who makes him feel like he could be something more than just his pain. The JBL drought continues, so I'll throw this one here. Love is a Poison technically aired in December, but its international release on Wiki will be April 28th. This one, crime, passion, and at least one morally ambiguous lead. Here's your toxic JBL romance for the month, bestie. It's a legal romance that flips the script on the rigid world of Ryoma Shiba, a young elite lawyer known for his icy professionalism and razor-sharp logic. That is, until he crosses paths with Haruto, a charming and mysterious flirt he meets one night at a bar. Turns out Haruto isn't just any smooth talker. He's a master conman. Moving in with Shiba as his secret partner, Haruto shakes up Shiba's meticulously controlled life, and what starts as a calculated arrangement slowly morphs into something much deeper, as their partnership evolves into a passionate, unpredictable romance. Welcome to Blush Hour. We just chat here for a little bit, I tell you guys what I've been up to, but actually someone check on Japan. They've gone radio silent after delivering us with jaw-dropping shows back to back. I think there may be a couple of BL anime coming out this year, but I'm not as familiar with that world yet. Like, come on, you guys are the original doers of Y Media, aka BL, so it's a little concerning. Honestly, April is our calm before the storm because wow, we have some big titles coming in, ones we've been waiting forever for. Catch that video in a couple of days. Actually, speaking of next month, I did up a video explaining the next prince and the whole world Domundi has created for it. So if you haven't checked that out, you definitely should. That budget looks insane, by the way. Oh yeah, and sorry for being MIA the first couple of weeks of April. Sometimes you gotta switch up the routine a bit to come back even more fired up. And like I said, this doesn't just go for me, but even the BL world seems to be gearing up for a big month ahead of us in May. I can't wait to see you guys in that video. Bye for now.